Good afternoon, dear colleagues. Today I will be sharing some experience of applying formative assessment strategies and techniques in the lesson. So, first of all, what is formative assessment and why formative assessment? According to Black and William, formative assessment is an assessment which is carried out during the instructional process in the lesson. The prime aim of formative assessment is to provide information on students' learning and to track students' progress. It is highly important to remember that formative assessment should be embedded in the lesson. It should be aligned with lesson objectives. So, first of all, while designing a lesson, teachers need to first take into consideration lesson objectives and align these lesson objectives with formative assessment techniques and strategies. There are lots of types of formative assessment. For example, different types of graphic organizers, peer and self-assessment, exit cards, traffic lights, and etc. Today you will get familiar with some of them. Today in the lesson we are covering the topic of the world around us. The lesson objectives are as follows. Students are to identify the new vocabulary from the listening text, and also they are to use the verbs in present continuous appropriately. So the students were suggested to answer the questions. The students were suggested pictures, and they are to answer the questions. What are they doing? You are going to do this task. On this here you will find some questions. You need to respond to these questions. You need to write the answer right below the question. So, for example, if the question is, what is she doing? You will need to answer the question and write it here. Okay? After you finish, you are going to swap your papers and draw smiley faces. You are going to draw this face if the answer is correct, if everything is perfect. If there are some mistakes, then you will draw this face. If the answer is incorrect, you will draw this very face. Okay? This is an individual task, and while students are working on it, I gather the information on students' learning by teacher observation. I just take the list of students and jot a few notes while the students are working. This enables me to gather a lot of information regarding the progress of students. Also, these valuable notes help me to conduct formative assessment and identify things students struggle with, or just make some important things which further I can reference to discuss in class. Teacher observation helps me to plan the next step, taking into consideration students' challenges and achievements. Swap. Yes, give it to your partner, give it to your classmate, and draw the face. Draw the smiley face. If the answer is correct, then you will draw this smile. If there are some mistakes, this smile. If the answer is incorrect, then the third smile. Where is your smile? So, what are they doing? The correct answer is she is cooking. She is cooking, he is jumping. Check your partners and draw a smiley face. This time, peer assessment was based on teacher benchmarks. I showed the correct answers to students, and the students compared their answers to the original ones. It is good sometimes to apply this type of assessment in order to improve student skills. Students better understand lesson material as well as they may improve their metacognitive skills.
The first, the second, or the third? I have the first, the third. This one, which one? Come on, show. This one. The answer is correct. Yes, the answer is correct. Good, well done. Which smile do you have?
Answer is correct.
Well done, good job. Which smile do you have?
The answer is correct.
Is correct. Huh? And then what about you?
The answer is correct.
And
There are some
is
mistakes.
there are some mistakes. Yes? Was this task easy or difficult for you? Was it easy or difficult?
Easy.
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 Easy. Was it difficult for you?
Easy.
No? Okay. Now attention everyone. On every desk you will find this picture. You are going to work in groups. In groups you are to make up 4 sentences related to this picture. The bird is flying. Then you need to use what? Use verbs appropriately. Driving, playing, jumping, okay? And participation is important. Participation is important. Now attention. So these are your success criteria. Okay? So please start working in groups. Start working in groups and making up sentences. Discuss together, come closer and discuss.
Cow is swimming.
Each group has a card with such indicators as I need help, but I can keep working, I'm working fine. These cards also provide me with valuable information on how students are making progress, and they also serve as formative assessment strategy.
You are going to assess your group work. Okay? So every group should have 4 sentences. They should use verbs appropriately, and everyone should participate. So each student should speak, okay, and present your sentences. So the first group, please welcome, come here. You are going to award these stickers to the group.
She is running. He is driving. He is playing.
So next group to present, group number 2. So welcome, please. Could you start?
She is good playing. He is good driving. She is good swimming. He is good walking. The Max driving car. The dara is flying. The fish is picking. The bob is playing sand.
Okay, thank you. Now everyone come to the board. Okay, so now these are your presentations. Check them, and if the answers are correct, give them stickers. there are some mistakes, make corrections. Do you think this group has some mistakes? Are there any mistakes? Or everything is correct? Mistakes or correct? Correct? She is good playing. Is it correct? Is it correct? No. She is playing. Yes. Now you are going to listen to a text. Each picture has its corresponding number. When you hear the name of this picture, you need to write down the number. Okay? So if I hear the name of this word, I will write here 5. Okay?
Playground.
To monitor students' listening comprehension skills, they are asked to give numbers matching to the pictures. So the learning objective is to recognize and identify some familiar sight words from the local environment. Students show their answers on paddles. It allows me to get a quick snapshot on students' learning, and students write their answers on a paddle, and the teacher can instantly see students' progress.
Show me what you have. Everyone should show.
Circus. Link.
This is an evaluation tree. So we need to see where are you in relation to lesson objectives. Whether you can answer the question, what are they doing? Can you identify new vocabulary? And can you make up a sentence? You need to come up here and find your position here.
Formative assessment activities and strategies help me to understand where my students are. So I can say he is there, she is there, and generally I can understand and make conclusion where my class is. Undoubtedly, it is highly efficient to involve students in designing formative assessment strategies. For example, in designing rubrics, in self and peer assessment. However, taking into consideration primary school students' age peculiarities as well as their communicative skills, sometimes teachers need to provide support to students in designing criteria as well as in providing constructive feedback to their peers. Thank you for your attention. Happy teaching.